Welcome to Wales Today. Our top stories. The Chancellor's delivered his budget, so what does it mean for working people and the wider economy?
People are going to have to accept that they retrain or evolve and develop their skills on a regular basis through their careers moving forward now.
Good evening. In his first budget, the Chancellor said investing in training and big projects will improve living standards. But he's been criticised for not backing specific projects for Wales, like a city deal for Swansea Bay. But Philip Hammond has given the Welsh Government an extra £200 million to spend over the next 4 years. So who are the winners and the losers? In the first of our reports tonight, our economics correspondent, Sarah Dickens.
In Resolven, the products they design and make enable other companies to become more efficient, more productive. This is what the Chancellor is wanting of the UK economy, to be leaner, perform better.
The only sustainable way to raise living standards is to improve our productivity growth. Simply put, higher productivity means higher pay. Investment in training and investment in infrastructure will start to close this gap.
The latest official figures show that in the UK, the amount we produce each hour is 30% less than workers in the States and 35% less than workers in Germany. So productivity in the UK is underperforming. That might be because we're not as skilled or our machinery is less efficient. But the bad news for Wales is that when we go to work, we produce even less than other parts of the UK, 29% lower than the UK average. Businesses in the Swansea Bay area had hoped that the Chancellor would give the go-ahead for a city deal for the region, promising greater investment. That didn't happen today.
We were very disappointed that after hopes were raised last week in relation to the Swansea Bay City Region deal, that there wasn't a single announcement in the budget today about moving that project forward. And, it's a project that could be transformational for the economy of the west of Wales.
While we wait to see if that does get the thumbs up, how does Wales catch up?
This is a company that always has to be ahead of the game to win business. It's done that by continually improving the way that it does things and growing its people's skills.
In an attempt to increase productivity across the UK, the Chancellor is investing in skills training and particularly in new vocational exams. That's for England. It's too early to know if the Welsh Government will follow.
Anything that's happening and developing on the training front has to be commended and encouraged. I just think, we're still catching up in the UK from a legacy of perhaps even decades of lack of investment in developing people to come into engineering and manufacturing. There's no doubt the wheel has turned with that.
These engineers are employees, and therefore there's no change today in what they will pay in national insurance and income tax. But for nearly 200,000 people in Wales who are self-employed, they'll see what they pay in national insurance rise by 1% in the pound from April next year. In effect, a tax increase.
Young, low-income self-employed people, which there are a lot of because it's the only way they can get work by being self-employed. Window cleaners, people who clean your drives, there's lots of small self-employed people only earning just above the minimum wage.
The Chancellor said that an employee earning £32,000 a year generates more than £6,000 in national insurance for the Treasury. A self-employed person on the same money only contributes £2,300 a year. The Chancellor is narrowing that gap. There are more people working now than ever, and it's estimated a large proportion of those new workers are self-employed.
I know that 60% of women are self-employed on low pay, so it doesn't equalise out the discrepancy between male and female pay.
The previous Chancellor launched the Northern Powerhouse, and Philip Hammond gave the go-ahead to a Midlands engine strategy. Although there was no announcement for a city deal for Swansea today, the UK government says it's committed to signing it as soon as possible. That could help to close the gap between Wales and the rest of the UK.